Hello, everybody. What's the Ball podcast? Here we are, episode 5, joined by Jamie and Jim, as always. Say hello, everyone.
Hello.
Very enthusiastic, as you can see. I mean, we've got a few things to talk about today.
It's hot. It's really hot.
Yeah, it is hot. I know. Best start is the Saturday's game, Champions League final. Let me hear your guys' thoughts on that.
I was delighted. I thought going into the game, I wasn't sure who I wanted to win. But as soon as Chelsea scored, I realised it was so much funnier that City lost. And I quite like Chelsea. They've got some players I like, whereas City are just so annoying. So I'm very, very happy that Chelsea won.
Yeah, I think I'm the complete opposite. I'm the other side. I really, really wanted City to win. And I'm gutted, to be honest, because it's just another trophy. It seems like every season, no matter their position with their managers as well, they just keep seeming to win things. And yeah.
So,
is there a power shift in London now?
Stand it.
Reckon?
Yeah, that's a good question. Are Chelsea a bigger club than Arsenal now? It's certainly more of a debate.
Probably.
You can definitely make the case.
Yeah. Probably now. I mean, we still have more trophies, but a lot of them are from. I'm not sure if they're obsolete, but it's. Yeah, I mean, recent history. I mean, they've pretty much outdone us and made our insignificant in the last 20. And it just shows what having owners actually care about a club can do. It's a joke, really. Chelsea don't have their projects. They don't have their give it 10 years and we'll maybe win a league title and then be shit again. It's just win. And I'm so jealous. I don't think I have fucking having sit here when we've got Arteta and doing fuck all when they've got Thomas Tuchel and Abramovich is chucking another 250 million at him this summer. They're going to sign one of Haaland, Kane or Lukaku. It's going to happen this summer.
They're a weird club because
I just can't deal with it.
Seem to be like pretty useless for a season. They don't seem anywhere really near anything, and then they'll just win the league. They'll win the Champions League.
I know, this is a joke.
Sack their manager, and the manager that wins the league, they'll get sacked after a season. They're just ruthless, but it works, so you can't really argue with it.
It does work. This is why I just prefer the Chelsea model to the Arsenal model. Or let's give everyone 15 years to try and do well. It's just it's rubbish. I'm not happy.
I don't think you have another. What would be the Chelsea model for Arsenal? Would it just be to get a rich owner? Is that the Chelsea model?
It would be. Yes. It would be if it was Kroenke in Chelsea, because he is rich. He has got the money. All it would take is fucking sack Arteta and get Conte. But we'll talk about that later. The whole kind of manager roulette going on, but they just refuse to do it. And Chelsea, to be fair, they showed Man City up on Saturday. They were by far the better team. He just decided. Just wanted to galaxy.
Did Guardiola bottle it?
Oh yeah, of course.
There you go.
He wanted to galaxy brain. He went through nearly the whole tournament without doing it. And he gets to the final and goes, "I'm gonna play no DM because I'm funny." So what are you doing, man? You think for like the smartest man in football, which he probably is. He probably sees more than anyone else. How dumb can he be all these seasons to keep galaxy braining and playing these dumb teams in these massive games? It just doesn't make sense. Honestly, why doesn't he just stick with the lineup he had against Paris? It's not rocket science. It's a game of football.
You'd be very frustrated as a City fan because it does happen every year.
For sure.
Maybe not every year, but there always is.
I think people were worried that maybe he would play two DMs. He would play Rodri and Fernandinho.
That's what I thought he was going to.
And to see him to play neither it was a shock, to be honest. But I think you got to give Chelsea credit as well.
Oh yeah, Chelsea do deserve credit.
The back five were just amazing. Like
for sure.
The amount of heady clearances, the blocks, they were just absolutely brilliant. So
Chelsea dug deep. It looked like they wanted to win. City, they just seem to struggle in Champions League. But I just feel bad for Aguero. His whole It would have been the
I think that's
perfect.
funny.
It would have been the perfect final act for him.
He's
but
already
didn't
had
do
his
it.
moment. It doesn't matter.
No, but like he knows that in the paper, it's like, oh, I'm not going to leave until we win the Champions League.
And that's
It would
funny.
have been glorious if his literally last game for City would have been like. When I don't even like City, that's the thing, but I just don't like Chelsea more.
Yeah, the thing with City is they are going to win it, whether it be in the next season or in 5 years. They will win the Champions
League. I don't know.
League.
I mean, it could just be. It could. Are they though? I mean,
Yeah.
They'll be bad.
With the amount of money they spend.
People probably said that about Arsenal back in the late 90s, early 2000s. No. It just never happened.
City have the financial power to just never go away. They will always consistently win leagues, Champions Leagues, trophies, just because of the amount of spending power they have.
I don't know.
Yeah, I agree.
I reckon it will be. I don't reckon they'll win it as soon as everyone thinks so. It definitely won't be next season.
But in the next 30 years.
But why can't they win it? Why can't they win it next? Why can't they win it next season? Because if they strengthen again,
players is.
Yeah, but is it?
It's the best team in the world.
But they've got to the final. They've got to the final. A final's a one-off game. Who says they couldn't go to the final next season?
I don't know.
Learn from their mistake and win it. Liverpool did it, so
they don't. I don't know. They just don't strike me as a team that are gonna go back and do it. I don't think they're the mentality monsters that Liverpool were,
Exactly.
They don't have Jurgen Klopp pushing them on. They got this bald guy just going, left wing, I'll play right back, go up front. It's just stuff like that. I don't know. I do rate Pep, but he's
still been a
sometimes
successful season.
He's too clever for his own good sometimes. I don't know what he thought was going to happen though.
I think maybe just he wanted too much control on the game. He wanted to try. He saw something. He wanted to do it.
I think maybe he wanted to just
how his players would react to that. Sure, the players are used to a system. Why don't you just stick with that rather?
I think he wanted to just like try and kill off the game as quick as possible, to be honest, and try and get 2-3-0 up in the first half. But it's not going to happen. And when you're having no DM, especially with how high City play, just leaving yourself vulnerable to counter attacks. And it was literally one through ball.
So good as well.
Yeah, that's the whole point. That's how they've got to the final. Just counter attacks,
breaking up play and quick passing. But Fernandinho is so crucial to that. You never know. Fernandinho could be by where Mount is. Could have just brought him down, got a yellow card, and then it's still 0-0. So
all it takes is one through ball. I mean, we've seen it time and time again against Real Madrid, against bloody whoever. I don't even know. They just go on these counter attacks and they score, and then they shut up shop. The second they went 1-0 down, though, you knew they were losing. It was.
Chelsea are fantastic when they go 1-0 up as well. Do you think Chelsea can challenge for the league next year? Or do you think they will?
I mean, they've only lost 2 games under Tuchel. West Brom and Arsenal, something like that. So
they've got the squad and the manager too. So
give them a few more players. Give them another centre back. Give them another wing back, another attacker.
And Tuchel hasn't had a pre-season with them yet.
Yeah,
so that might be a factor as well. So
I remember when Tuchel was getting linked to whoever, before he got the Chelsea job, people were calling him some football philosopher. Apparently, he didn't really know. It wasn't really that good, but I mean, he's just proved everyone wrong. Now, everyone.
I felt sorry for Tuchel. He got to the Champions League final last year, and everyone seemed to just forget about that and said he did a bad job at PSG and things.
Yeah,
he did a good job.
Do you know who did a bad job? Pochettino didn't win the league. That is bad job. I mean, there's not really much more to say about the Champions League, though. All I can say is we're not in it. Spurs aren't in it. Liverpool are. Liverpool aren't going to win it.
We're coming back for it next year. I'm telling you, we're doing the double. I can feel it in my bones.
Coming for 7. But
we are.
Yeah. Do you know who's not going to win the Champions League? Man United. Because they couldn't even win the Europa League. I think it's a good segue. Funny game that. I enjoyed that. Who else enjoyed that game?
It was hilarious.
It was funny.
Fantastic. They didn't even deserve to win in the 120 minutes. They weren't even better than. They were worse than Villarreal the whole game.
Mm. And you just knew I had a feeling that if Villarreal were going to score, it'd be from a set piece. And
for
just
sure.
Countless of times that United on set pieces are just so poor.
They were playing for set pieces.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought Villarreal were like
Fair play to
really
them.
poor in that first half as well. They weren't keeping the ball. They were just, and then they had a load of counter attacks, and they just kept losing the ball. Whereas, like, if they were a bit more clinical, they could have genuinely gotten like 2 or 3 up in that first half. But Man United, I'm not sure if it was Villarreal being good. I think it was more of a Man United just being woeful on the day sort of thing. Like Villarreal just so deep, and Rashford was crap. Greenwood didn't do anything.
Rashford was bad.
Cavani obviously was such a jammy goal, but it's what he's good at. Apart from
Bruno was really poor.
Yeah, apart
I felt
from
sorry.
McTominay, they were all crap.
But I feel sorry for Ollie because Ollie will get the blame, but the players let him down. Really, they performed really poorly.
I mean, that Villarreal squad is worth like fuck all compared to that Man United
exactly.
squad. They
Whoever
should
the
have
manager
been able
is,
to go
those
out
players should be beating those players.
Yeah, exactly. Those players should be able to beat those players without a manager. They should be able to just go onto the pitch and just play and be better than them and win. Do you know what I mean? Because there's only obviously a manager's important his job, but a manager doesn't tell his centre back to lose his man from a free kick and let him score a header. He doesn't do that. That's just down to the players. He doesn't say, yeah, just don't pass it into just don't play well, don't run, just keep losing the ball. He doesn't do that. It's so the players, I find sometimes nowadays in football, the players seem to just be free of getting any blame. When in reality, like obviously the manager takes a big portion of the blame, like the whole kind of middle part of the pitch, but he's not on the pitch. He can't like pick up a player and just move him and say, go stand here or go score. So Man United team, they're good players, but there's just something about them. They're just still like not quite there. And people think they're close to winning the league. I just don't think they are, to be honest.
I don't think they're close.
No.
Particularly, they're a good team, but particularly because of Liverpool, City, and Chelsea, they aren't near those teams yet, and I'm not sure they will be.
Because they're not consistent enough either. I mean,
no,
they spent the whole season just going 1-0 down and then coming back and winning. I mean, can you do that forever? Can you just keep going 1-0 down and then getting shitty jammy goals?
If they wanted a season to win the league, it was this year because they, apart from a poor start to the season, in about February, people were starting to think they could win the league. And City weren't the team that they were 2 years ago. Liverpool were nowhere near it. If they were going to win it, it was this year. But everyone's going to be back next season, so I think they missed the opportunity for a few
Will
years.
everyone be back though? Do we think they will? Do you think teams going to be better next season?
I hope we will. That's what I mean. I think it will be Liverpool, City, and Chelsea.
Can we just talk about that penalty shootout quick as well? That was fantastic.
Great penalty.
Oh my God. I was sat there as mental. I couldn't believe it. Every single one went in. Even Fred scored. Even Fred. That's outrageous.
Yeah, they were good penalties, but there was a few that both keepers could have saved.
Yeah.
Like they got their hands on it, and it was a bit like,
that is because it was like when it's raining though. Sounds like a tie level excuse, right? But when it's raining and you're trying to save penalties, you have to get a firm hand on that ball. Fingertips aren't doing anything; it's just sliding right through. So, I mean, really did get that arm to Shaw's one, but somehow that went in. But obviously,
that was the one that was.
De Gea man at the moment. Say he's conceded his last like 36 penalties or something.
What do you think United's aim for next season should be? Yeah,
what would be
best for Ollie, and would he get sacked if they don't challenge the league?
He would have to be top 4 again. I'd say maybe one of the domestic cups and maybe quarterfinals in the Champions League. They've got to get out of the groups this time around.
I think the United fans would want him out if they don't challenge. If they don't make a serious challenge for it, I think they want him out. If they have the same season that they have this season, I reckon they'd want him out. Because I think even core of them want him out anyway. Now
the thing is with these Man United seasons, like the last 2 years now, objectively they haven't been that bad. They've got quite high points totals. They're getting far in competitions like Europa League and whatever, but it's just like if that was like Arsenal or Spurs, I guess at the moment we'd just be okay with it. Whereas for Man United, their standard is winning the league every year and getting to like the final of the Champions League. But I think for them this year, next season, they have to get out the group stage of the Champions League. I'd sack him on the spot if he didn't get out the group stage, to be honest.
They've
I think
got to.
part of the issue is as well who's available. If there's a world-class manager available, then you do it. If not, you might as well. Ollie is a good manager. I think people are sometimes harsh on him because he was an ex-player and he's a striker. It's not very sexy, but I think he's done a really good job at Man United.
Yeah, I mean, I think he has steadied the ship. I mean, before he came in, they were finishing 6th.
Yeah,
7. It was like
he's probably
really
not the man
bad.
to lead them to league Champions League.
No, but I reckon he's done a kind of Poch job. You know, he's kind of improved them as much as he can, steadied the ship, made them like a consistent. Made them a consistent top 4 team, but they're still not quite there. And I think they need someone to take them, give them the extra push just to really make them start winning. Because I think, for the players Man United have, I still think it's an absolute joke they haven't won anything yet with Ollie.
And I think that Europa League would have been good for them because it's sort of like a taster of a trophy. Get that taste of winning something. They could bring that into next season.
Yeah.
But I feel like losing that Europa League could be massive for them in terms of going into next season. They might have a bit of a hangover.
Well, it's make or break. You look at Klopp.
Yeah.
Like he lost 3 finals before we won the Champions League. It can either like make you and you grow from it, or you fall away.
What finals did he lose? What Europa
Klopp,
League?
He lost the League Cup, the Europa League, and the Champions League.
Oh yeah, the League Cup.
Lost a lot. What didn't he
won
lose?
that on penalties to City.
Penalties to City, yeah, that was
Caballero masterclass, wasn't it? Klopp wore a suit since when?
I know.
Wow, Klopp in a suit.
Jamie, did you like the Alberto Moreno little celebration?
He's a great guy. I like him now.
Yeah.
Well, actually, he's always been a lovely guy, but he was just so easy. Bad footballer. So it's just easy to blame.
It's a bit like Reguilon, isn't it, Jim?
Yeah, I said when Reguilon came in, Alberto Moreno.
But Jamie, let's not forget he's the best left back in the league. Oh yeah, it's amazing.
I did hear those shouts.
He is. In a Conte formation, he will be.
Oh yeah, yeah. Let's go on to that. Manager
news
that seems to be happening right now. We've got Ancelotti just leaving Everton, which did make me laugh. I can imagine it made Jamie laugh. You got Conte now being linked with Spurs. Pochettino also being linked with Spurs, but apparently it's quite difficult for him to get out of his PSG contract. Zidane's not in a job now. Everton need a manager. What do we think's going to happen? What do we think's going to happen?
It's hard. I honestly don't know. I mean, there's multiple reports saying that we're in advanced talks with Conte. So, that could be, it could get done within the next couple of days, or it could go quiet again and maybe Poch might come out publicly and say he wants to leave, which is the big factor in this. I think if Poch was to come out publicly and be like, look, I don't want to be here, I want to go, then, it would be hard for PSG to keep a manager like him. And, they're not a poor club, are they? They don't need the money. They don't need, they could get a manager. They could get Zidane in.
They could just bring in Zidane. So, yeah. If I was PSG, I'd just bring in Zidane. Let Poch go, bring in Zidane. I hope they let Poch go and he goes to Spurs, because I'd rather Poch goes to Spurs than Conte. Because if you get Conte, you will be winning a trophy in the next 2 seasons, whether it's a League Cup or an FA Cup. You will be winning one. I'm scared for that. Because the thing is as well, knowing how Conte works, if you give him a few signings that he wants, with his does he play 3-4-3? Is that what he does?
Yeah, that or 3-5-2.
Yeah, he could genuinely. I wouldn't be surprised if you lot just went on a title push. I do rate him that much.
I would
think
be
it
surprised.
suits some of our players though.
And it could keep Kane. Could make Kane stay if you get.
If you look at Kane, you look at Son, even someone like Gareth Bale. They're all like Son and Bale are sort of inside forwards, so that's perfect for that formation. You've got players like Doherty, who's had a poor season, but in a wing back role,
it's like an Alonso, isn't he? He's like an Alonso.
And then we've got Reguilon, we've got Sessegnon who's coming in, we've got Ben Davies who works really well in a back 5 as the third centre back. I can see him doing really well. So there are elements to this that could really work. But obviously, my heart is still saying I'd love to see Poch come back. But I think for everyone else, not involved with Spurs, who aren't Spurs fans, will probably see Poch coming back as a little bit of a disappointing move.
I wouldn't bring back.
It's not exciting, is it? And also, I don't know. I feel like if you're Poch, surely you want to cut. If Tottenham aren't in a great place right now, you could come back and just finish 7th, finish 6th, and get sacked again. That it could be pointless. So wouldn't you rather come back when you're in a really good place to go and push for a title or something?
Yeah,
I'm not sure
I think it's a couple of years too soon for Poch, I think, to come back. Even though I do want him to come back, I think maybe bringing in Conte would be good. I mean, both appointments I'd be excited for different reasons. Yeah. Like in terms of sustainability, I think if we got Poch on like a 5-year deal and gave him control in the signings as well, that could be good for us.
Yeah.
But it's just in terms of we need to win something, and Conte could be here for 3 years, do a job, and try and win something.
Yeah.
So yeah, you never know. It's all about how each manager's backed in the transfer window.
Conte doesn't like to spend more than 2 years in one place, does he? But I mean, to be fair, the clubs he's been at, Chelsea, they were so ambitious they sacked him because he only won an FA Cup, or was it someone else?
He wanted more control, really. I think
more control. I mean, if Spurs are willing to give him that control,
with a lot of the Chelsea players.
If Spurs are willing to give him that control, I'd be scared for the because he is a top coach. He knows what he's doing. He knows how to win.
But they are still Spurs. We saw it in Mourinho. Mourinho was a winner.
And that's true. But Mourinho's a bit washed, man. Conte literally just won the league with Inter. He won the league with Chelsea. He won the FA Cup with Chelsea. He won the He was coach at Juve for a while, weren't he? He won the Scudetto about a million times. I would be scared. Things with Poch.
It's an exciting appointment.
Yeah.
It really is.
As I said with Poch, he's taken you as far as you can go. He did that. You had your journey with him. He took you to your heights where it was just not quite there, a bit like Ole, and you were done with him and you part ways. And I'm thinking, why would you bring him back? You're just going to get more third place finishes, and you can't just be happy with that. You want something more than that.
Yeah, of course. But it's just like, if we were to win something with Poch or we were to win something with Conte, I think a lot of the Spurs fans would love just to win something with him because we've got such a good connection with him. And he obviously loves living in London. He loves Tottenham. He just loves everything about the club. So,
Yeah, but I mean, if he can't win the league with PSG, how's he going to win anything with Spurs?
Yeah, but
he did join halfway through the season. It wasn't.
Yeah,
it's like the most expensive squad in the world, man. How do you not win the league? I don't get it. And also,
I don't know, to be honest.
Champions League against City, that was quite poor. They did just get. I know City are great, but they just got absolutely slapped up. Yeah, that was. I mean, it was good, a bit jammy, but Keylor Navas was fantastic. But yeah, I think PSG have good players as well. I mean, their defense can be a bit stinky, but I've got to say, Marquinhos is a fucking player. I'd do anything to have him at Arsenal. Oh my god, that guy's amazing. But yeah, I mean, just Poch, Conte. If you get Poch, I don't really care. If you get Conte, I'll be quite sad. But I mean, what if you just get Zidane? What if that comes out of nowhere? You know, who knows? Graham Potter, maybe Scott Parker. But it does seem like Spurs, though, they're going for a bit more of an ambitious coach instead of because it would have been easy to just say, we'll take your relegated Scott Parker, and that would have been probably the cheapest deal they could have got. Premier League experience already, and it's just like, but you would have just been in like a 5th place, 6th place sort of thing. Because if you were to get Parker, and Kane 1,000% would have left. Whereas if you get Conte, he'll probably stay. But
yeah. I mean, there's a big disconnect with the fans, and I think that's why this appointment was needed, because they needed a good appointment, because Tottenham fans are so frustrated with Levy and they're frustrated with the club as well. So I don't think they would have been able to appoint someone like Parker.
But
It's not done yet.
If
So
Poch does come, do you think Kane will leave? I mean, he's already done everything with Poch he can do. Maybe one season and then he'd leave. But like, because
I don't know.
Conte, it's something
honestly,
new. But Kane, if he's so serious about challenging for titles, he can't stay at Spurs unless they were to bring in someone like Conte. Because Poch is going to make you better, but he's not going to win you the league. I think
no.
Kane. You think he's going to leave?
I think Kane's got it in his mind. I think Kane's got it in his mind that he would like to leave, but he doesn't have to leave this season. So
yeah,
maybe he'll stick around for a year with Conte, because Tottenham aren't going to sell. They're not in a position where they need to sell. So
that's true.
Another year of Kane with Conte could be good for him. So
yeah.
We'll just have to see. Really, we'll just have to see.
Yeah, I think it'll be
in the next few days.
Spurs, your future's looking bright anyway, because it seems like you will be bringing in a good coach, so things should be getting better. If I was the Arsenal board, I'd sack Arteta right now and bring in Conte, knowing as he's a free agent. But it's not going to happen because we're cheap bastards. Quick one on Ancelotti. Jamie, give me your thoughts.
I think it's hilarious. It is hilarious, but also you have to feel for Everton fans a little bit. They're just, the existence of an Everton fan is just disappointment and misery. Like, especially at the moment with Liverpool actually being very good, they're just and suddenly they have some hope at the beginning of the season. They've got a world-class manager, a proven manager, and they've got some good players.
Yeah.
And now, who are they going to get now? I don't know.
They'll probably get Scott Parker, won't they?
Yeah.
Fucking Graham Potter or something. Would Graham Potter even leave? I mean, is Everton much of an upgrade on Brighton? Not really.
I think Brighton want to keep him. I think Brighton aren't in the position to get rid of him. And he said himself when he was linked with Spurs that he's got unfinished business at Brighton. So
what's that?
Finishing 15th
instead of 16th.
I don't know. I don't know what their project is, but like
they probably want to try and do West Ham, don't they?
Yeah,
try and finish 6th.
I mean, David Moyes was getting linked to the job, so
what, the Spurs job?
That happened.
Oh, Everton.
No, the Everton job.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, I mean,
go there before. But why would he go? He literally just got Europa League with West Ham.
Yeah, I don't know.
Unless West Ham are planning to bring in like Zidane or Pochettino or something. That'd be funny, wouldn't it? Imagine West Ham bringing in Zinedine Zidane in East London. That would be amazing. I mean, there's not many other kind of clubs looking for coaches. Premier League clubs, it's literally just Spurs, isn't it?
Everton.
And and Everton.
Palace.
Oh, yeah, Wolves. No, Wolves are getting
quite
some...
a few clubs, actually.
Yeah. No, Wolves are getting that... I saw something. Getting
some Portuguese bloke.
Yeah. Palace are probably going to get... So they'll probably get Scott Parker. Who fucking knows?
I saw they were linked with Nuno. They were...
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. They'll probably get like a coach from the Championship, though, knowing them. What if Zidane went to South London? He could go to East London, could go to South London. Who knows? It would. I
think he'll wait. To be honest, if he can't get the PSG job, I can see him just waiting for a big job. I think.
Yeah. I have some breaking news.
What?
Yeah.
Tottenham have made a proposal to former Juventus director for Fabio Parasetti to become their new director of football. They're waiting in the next few days. Conte was together with him at Juventus, and Conte is in talks for Spurs' job now.
Right, so it seems like they're getting a whole Italian sort of board now. No, it's good.
Love it.
It's good for Spurs. There's some good coaches. We'll probably get involved in some sort of match fixing scandal though soon with the Italians. That's what they like to do. But yeah, that if that all happens, I won't be surprised if Spurs win something. To be honest, but yeah, I mean that's pretty much it with the managers. I think now is time to move on to the interesting stuff. Just a quick reaction to the England squad, guys. How about that? Right, England squad. We're gonna do a little game here. We're gonna go through ours from last week, compare it to this week. Everyone right is a point, so we're gonna see what we get out of 26. Spoiler alert. It's going to be amazing because we're sidekicks, probably. I don't know. Haven't looked. We'll start with the keepers. So we put down Pickford, Henderson, and Pope. This was, I think, before Pope got injured, or I might have said he was injured, but
We
Johnston
didn't have the
wasn't on
option to
this.
put-
Yeah, Johnston
Yeah,
wasn't
that was
on
it.
this list, so we can't be
We're not.
mad at that. So
Yeah.
we'll just take the 2. We'll firm the L though. 2 points. It's 2 out. It's 2 so far. Let me grab a pen. Let me note this down. It's 2 so far. Now we move on to the defenders. Let me know, how many defenders did Gareth Southgate decide to take in the end? Whoever's got the squad
He
up.
took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
10. Right. We put 1, 2, 3, 4. We only picked 9, but the 9 we picked. Harry Maguire. He has gone,
Yes.
hasn't he? John
Yeah.
Stones. He
Yes.
has gone. Luke Shaw. Yes.
Yes.
Ben Chilwell.
Yes.
Kyle Walker.
Yes.
Trent Alexander-Arnold. We'll talk about it after. Yes. Tyrone Mings.
Yes.
Michael Keane.
No.
Reece James.
Yes.
Yes.
Right, now I'm into midfield. We picked 6. Did he take 6?
He took 5.
He took 5. Right. Declan Rice.
We put Ward-Prowse, didn't we? Yes.
Yeah. Jordan Henderson.
Yeah.
Mason Mount.
Yeah.
Jude Bellingham.
Yeah.
Calvin Phillips.
Yes.
All right, it's 15 so far. We're not doing bad. We've messed up on 2, or we'll just count the end. Now into the forwards. We picked 8 forwards. How many forwards did he take?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh, spot on. Harry Kane.
Yes.
Phil Foden.
Yes.
Come on, be a bit more enthusiastic, Jamie.
Sorry.
Marcus
Yes.
Rashford. Marcus
Yes.
Rashford, yes. Dominic Calvert-Lewin.
Yes.
Yes. Raheem Sterling.
Yes.
Jadon Sancho.
Yes.
Jack Grealish.
Yes.
Mason Greenwood. No. Because he got injured.
No.
Now, I'm going to count this up. We got 22 out of 26 correct. And do you know what? I'll take that. Mostly
Decent.
was caused.
I think
a couple of them were
Mason
caused by
Greenwood we didn't
injuries.
know.
That was caused by an injury. But the ones we
Pope as well.
missed, the ones we missed, so Pope and Greenwood, it would have been 24 out of 26. The only ones we didn't get was we didn't put in Trippier, and we didn't. Was that it? No, Trippier and
Ward-Prowse. We put Ward-Prowse instead of Trippier.
Ward-Prowse in instead of Trippier. So that would have been our. That would have only been an extra point though.
No, because we got one wrong.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. What? Showing that we were close, but then if we actually look at the England squad, the players that are there that we didn't put: Sam Johnston, Bukayo Saka, Kieran Trippier, and I'm pretty sure there's one more, unless I'm bugging. Oh no!
Oh, it was Connor Cody.
Cody over Michael Keane. That's where the other point came from.
Oh yeah.
So we were close. We did say in the video, don't be surprised if it's Cody. I just thought Keane was a bit better, but didn't even get in the provisional squad actually. But yeah, let's hear some thoughts on the England squad. Jamie, I know you're keen to talk about it.
Well, I'm delighted Trent's been picked. I think that was the right decision. Not just because he's fantastic at football, but like just the mood going into the Euros. If we didn't pick Trent, then it's just bad vibes, you know. And then if we do go out, Southgate gets blamed for not picking Trent. It's just unnecessary stress when he is a world-class footballer. I
mean,
I don't know what you think about picking 4 right backs.
I do have to say though, he has bottled it by picking 4. He couldn't. He didn't want to drop it.
He's made the right decision. What's the problem?
No,
with that?
but I mean, we've gone into a tournament.
It's a correct decision.
We've gone into a tournament with 4 right backs. It's not neat.
I think it just shows we might be playing a back 5. I think that's what it says.
And as well though is now if Maguire's not fit, our centre backs, 2 of them will be it will be including Stones, Mings, or Cody. That is poor. that is
Yeah,
poor.
yeah.
That is very poor.
You know, I don't see why everyone hates Southgate, and I just chill out. All right, everyone's looking for a reason to be annoyed.
No,
If it was Trent,
4 right backs, so I don't know about 4
They're
right
4
backs.
good footballers. They're playing lots of positions.
But has Trippier only got in because he scored the free kick last time and he won the league?
Well, they can play left back as well.
He's had a good season.
I guess he's an experienced player. He was in the Liga team of the season. He's
was he?
You know, he's an experienced player, a leader. I think so. I heard someone say that.
Well,
I mean, won the league as well.
I think
everyone's
he's
have a go at Southgate.
I think the only other things I've seen a lot of people though saying on social media saying they're annoyed that he's picked 4 right backs instead of just bringing Lingard and dropping one of them.
But Lingard would never have played. Like,
yeah,
you know.
the one I'm annoyed about is why would you not bring James Ward-Prowse? He's a good player.
Yeah.
If you want,
I would have taken
but the thing is, I saw something. If the whole argument, I saw it on Twitter, and I thought if the whole argument of bringing Trent along is because he's a fantastic dead ball specialist, then why not just bring James Ward-Prowse, who's even better at dead balls than...
but that isn't the whole argument. The argument is Trent's a world-class player. It's not always good at free kicks, so we'll take him. No, it's because he's a world-class right back who's won the Champions League and the Premier League. James Ward-Prowse scores like 3 free kicks a season.
A few more than that. I think Ward-Prowse's a good player. But
I would have taken Ward-Prowse as well, to be fair. But everyone's so desperate to have a go at Southgate. Everyone wants to be annoyed. Just chill out.
When it comes to it, like, yeah, you knew who was going to go. It just depended. What we didn't know was those extra, like, 4 or 5 players where we're like, it's like there's a debate over it. Like, because we know what the team's going to be. So I don't know why everyone's so up in arms about picking 4 right backs, because only 2 of them will play at most. That will be if Walker's playing centre back. So we know the starting 11 isn't going to have fucking James Ward-Prowse in it. It's going to be Rice and Henderson. We know the attack. The attack was never really a question. The only one was Greenwood, who didn't come in because he was injured. But apart from that, we know the attack is. We say that like it's going to be Kane up front. We know that for a fact. And the wingers, you've got Grealish, Foden, Sancho, Sterling, Rashford. It's weird though. Which one of those do you guys think is going to play? Grealish getting number 7. Do you think that means Southgate's putting him up to be a starter?
Well, initially I thought it was going to be Foden and Sterling on the wings. Now I think it's going to be Grealish and Sterling. And I think I agree with that. I think that's fair enough.
What number did Sancho get?
17.
Yeah, I think.
Later one.
See, I love Foden, but if Grealish is starting, I'm not sure if you can play both of them if you want some speed on the wings.
No,
I don't even think Grealish will start, to be honest. But I understand why. 7. Yeah, but it's a number.
Our wingers are just fantastic, and it is sad that we can't play all of them. I mean, to be honest, Sterling's been a bit stinky recently. Rashford as well. You can tell he's somewhat injured still, carrying some sort of knock. He's just been poor. Sancho, everyone's kind of looking past him. I'd probably start him if I was the coach. I think he's bloody amazing. Because the thing is as well is he provides some experience against, like, I don't know, especially if we do end up playing someone like Germany, he would have played against a lot of those players a lot. Like all those Bundesliga ones, kind of.
But like, don't you think insight. It's just? Don't you think now because of the 23-man squad and this, like, the whole dilemma of it all, it's inevitable that it's going to happen as soon as we lose a game or we get knocked out. Unless we win the whole thing, there is going to be why didn't he play Grealish or why didn't he play Foden or all of this? And it's already happened. 100%. It's already happening now.
I know.
So as soon as we lose a game, it's going to start happening again. So, like,
if we don't get to the semis, do you think he should be sacked, and do you think he will be sacked?
I mean, I don't know. Semis though, it's England. Like we say, like, oh, we want to win it, but then we get to the semis. If we lose, we're still just kind of like not happy with it, but like we're okay with it because it's better than what we've been doing like for the last.
And I think it depends.
Years.
it kind of depends on how we go out. If we go out to a team that's like, I don't know, Turkey, for example, in the semi-final or the quarter-final, I feel like that will be different to going out to a team like France, and if France then go on to win it.
Well, say we go out in the group.
It would be sacked.
Should he be sacked, and will he be?
He'll be sacked. He'll be sacked.
I don't think so.
I will hang myself.
Won't be. He'll be given another tournament, 100%.
I'm telling you, he'll be given
another tournament.
He'll be gone.
First off, I think it'd be the wrong decision to sack him. I don't think he should be sacked. And second off,
if we don't get out the group, you
can't. I'm sorry, you can't be this results based. It would be a bad tournament, but it's 3 football games. You can lose 3 football games. Okay, maybe if we got in the group, he should be.
Have you seen who's in our group? If we go out the group to the bloody jocks, if we play Scotland finish above us, we don't deserve to be a country.
Yeah, whatever.
We need to dissolve. Scotland.
I wouldn't care. I'd understand it if he was sacked, but I also would understand it if he wasn't sacked, because it's 3 games. He got us to a World Cup semi-final. Who's better?
A World Cup semi-final in which we lost to Croatia. With good coach, we win that semi-final. Say that now.
Like who? Who's available?
No, I don't. To be honest, I don't agree. I don't think we have the personnel to win.
It's Croatia, man. We should be beating Croatia.
Oh, come on! No.
Good, right?
Midfield of Lingard, Ali,
you saw the midfield. You saw how good the midfield, Croatia's midfield were. Compare it to our midfield. We weren't ready.
Yeah, but then what about the rest of their team? You can't tell me Mandzukic is better than Harry Kane.
Oh, he might not be, but if that Croatia team had been together for quite a while as well. Let's not forget that. This was quite a fresh England team that were going off momentum and winning.
No, but when you look games, at it, we should have won anyway. We should have been.
No.
We should have been. It's Croatia, man. We're England. We're like one of the biggest.
Not with that team. Not with that midfield. We lost the game in midfield. No, we lost that game.
We could have lost that game.
Modric and Rakitic having the ball.
John Stones decided to be John Stones.
It wasn't. We couldn't get the ball in the second half, and it was because we had Dele Alli and Jesse Lingard in midfield, and Henderson was getting overrun because he was doing 2 positions. That's what it was.
Why are you speaking so fast?
You sped up so much.
I think it's my internet. That just erased everything I've said now.
You're just like, you
say Jesse Lingard and Dele Alli.
Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Listen, Croatia are good, right? But I just think we should have beaten them. Like, realistically. If you went into the tournament beforehand and someone said, you're going to play Croatia in the semi-finals of the World Cup, you'd expect England to win.
With a midfield of Rakitic and Modric.
Yeah.
Fair enough then. I mean,
no, but I mean, if someone offered you, beginning of 2018, if someone said to you,
France.
Would you rather play France or Croatia in the semi-final of a World Cup? You would have said Croatia. You wouldn't have gone, actually, Croatia are a really good team. I don't think we're going to win against either.
But France are also a good team, and France would have beaten us anyway. So both teams were.
We would have won 5-0. France
at that
crap.
time.
France.
I think maybe now
Lingard would have had Pogba's number.
The team we've got now, I'm more confident that they can keep the ball in midfield and actually maybe win a game. We're like playing.
What quantifies success in this tournament?
Win.
I think semi-finals. Is it
bloody
finals?
half? All our group games are at home. We then play the semi-final and the finals at Wembley. If we get to either of those games, you should be winning them both.
I think a semi-final or final, keeps him in the job.
But regardless, our run to the final is going to be hard, regardless of what's going on.
The FA won't sack him. Roy Hodgson got knocked out in the group like twice and got another tournament. They won't sack him.
Who cares if he gets sacked or not? It's not like he's done a really good coach, man. He's hardly a fucking
Gareth
coach.
Southgate's completely changed their narrative.
No, but he probably just goes, go out and play football, lads, have some fun. Here's a rubber unicorn to go sit on in the pool after. I don't see Gareth Southgate being all
just because he's not inspiring,
going,
and he's a little bit boring.
Yeah,
because you like your football hipsterness. He's sensible. he makes informed decisions, and he's changed the complete narrative around England.
If you hold on. If he didn't pick Trent, you wouldn't be saying any of this.
No,
Would you?
no, I would. I would.
He'd be calling him.
I would.
He's
I
a
wouldn't have
bumbling
agreed.
idiot who doesn't deserve the
wouldn't.
job in the slightest.
I wouldn't.
The
I
fool.
wouldn't.
He doesn't know what he's doing, and he needs to be gone
Even
now.
when he, even in the last round of friendlies when Trent didn't get picked, I was like, I don't agree with the decision. But I don't see who. There's no better international manager. There's no world class managers in international football.
Bring me Arsene Wenger. Bring us Arsene Wenger.
But Didier Deschamps isn't a world class manager that's won Champions League and Premier League. He's won a World Cup. The German manager, it's just like.
But we've got to appreciate that we have got a good squad now. We've got a better squad now. This is probably the best crop of players we've had since 2004 maybe.
Yeah. But I mean, as I said, are we just overrating our players because they're the only ones we watch every week?
I don't think
no,
so.
They got to a Champions League final. They got to a Europa League final.
I think anything other than a semi-final or a final, I think they'd seriously consider sacking him. I think.
I don't think so. I think he gets another.
We don't get out of the group.
I still think
we don't get out of the group. He's gone. He's gone.
I think he should be. Maybe he should be, but I don't think he will be. He'll get another tournament 100%. Also, the World Cup is next year. He's got 1 year.
Yeah.
You're going to bring in a new manager and give him 1 year to prepare for a tournament. He will get another tournament no matter what.
I mean, let's just hope we get out of the group.
Yeah.
Surely.
Yeah, but I mean, part of me wants to finish second, so we get that bit of an easier run. But if we finish top, it's momentum. But it will be one of Germany, France, or Portugal in the round of 16, unless Hungary comes second, which I doubt. But can't write them off. Then after that, it'll probably be it'll be third place from that group if they get through. Because if they all beat Hungary, third place will probably go through then. Because there's the 4 best third place teams. So you only need like 3 points or like 4 points or something, and you probably get through. I mean, Portugal won it last time, coming third, didn't they?
Yeah, did win a game.
I just hope we scum our way through the penalties, like through with penalties, like 1-0 Harry Kane every single game. It'll be fantastic. Give us a Grealish dive every single game. Penalties, beautiful. I'll take it. Need as many Man United players on the pitch as possible if we want to get penalties. So, I have a question now. It's one people really kind of not avoiding them. Shaw or Chilwell?
You've just opened a can of worms, honestly.
Let's have it, Jim.
How long we got? Well, it's simple. Luke Shaw.
It's not simple. It's really not simple. It's not. You say it like Shaw's unbelievable.
No. Yeah, no, I know.
So you're admitting you were wrong. Okay.
I'm not admitting I'm wrong. I'm just admitting that I've got bias towards Luke Shaw because I think he's really good.
Personally, I think it's simple. Back 4. No, not back 4. Luke Shaw. Back 5. Ben Chilwell.
I understand that.
I think Ben Chilwell's a competent left back.
No, but Luke Shaw's been playing back 4 all season.
In a back 4, Luke Shaw. If we're playing a back 4, everyone should agree, and I mean everyone watching this should agree that Luke Shaw should play left back. If you don't agree with that, then stop.
You're
watching
acting
football.
like Luke Shaw's like the best left back in the world. He's not. Luke Shaw and Ben Chilwell are similar quality players. They're very similar. I don't think it's that obvious.
But defensively, Luke Shaw is far better than Ben Chilwell.
Your old manager, Jose Mourinho, didn't think of that.
Well, he is.
Luke Shaw's a completely
Jose Mourinho said he used to have
to
coach him through games.
Luke Shaw's a completely
Just
different
a bit more
player.
confident.
He's a better player now.
It was 2 years ago.
He's not got. No, as I'm saying, back 4, I'd go Luke Shaw. I feel like there's a bit more kind of meat on those bones, can kind of lug himself around a bit more.
Yeah.
Whereas Ben Chilwell...
And his relationship with Harry Maguire as well.
That is why I'd go Luke Shaw, because he's got the relationship with Maguire. Apart from that, I don't really see it.
And then back 5, I'd probably go Chilwell, because he might be a better attacker. Who knows? He's been playing in a back 5 all season, so he's got that experience this season. I mean, they're both good players. We've got good left back. We've got fantastic fullbacks, this team. It just depends on if they're to perform. I mean, when you look at it from 2018, it has improved a lot. We're going to go from Kieran Trippier and Ashley Young as our wing backs to Luke Shaw or Ben Chilwell, and then like Reece James, Kyle Walker, Trent, or Trippier, because I mean, he can still play. But I just can't believe we got to a semi-final of World Cup of Ashley Young as our left wing back.
Yeah.
And then like Ali and Lingard in a midfield.
Who let that happen? No, but Ali was good then. Lingard maybe
Yeah.
not. But how did Ashley Young play for England at left? How did that happen? I just don't I don't understand. That is great. He was fantastic as well.
He was Man United captain at the time.
Those wing backs, that's like they're the best like wing back performances I've ever seen out of anyone. Like the balls they were putting in for every corner, every set piece, it was just beautiful to watch. It was just maybe I was just drunk half the time, right? But they were literally
just Southgate getting the best out of them.
The balls they were whipping in, it was beautiful. I've never seen better set pieces in my life than that England team
Gareth
in 2018.
Southgate's coaching.
Oh,
Gareth Southgate's coaching.
Harry Maguire's got a fat head.
Yeah.
Harry Maguire. Yeah, I mean, I think England have got a good chance this year. I don't think we'll win it.
I just don't feel like we'll win it, but I think we will go far.
We do. I just hope we go far. I think we've got the squad to. I will cry if we win it. I will cry. There'll be tears coming out of my face.
There'll be tears coming out every time we probably score. Not gonna lie.
No.
I'm so excited.
Beat Scotland
for it now.
And I'll be crying. To be honest.
I am very excited.
Yeah, I just
mate. Kane scores his 7th, and I'm crying in the Scotland game. Like I'm gonna cry every single time. Beautiful, can't wait.
England, yeah, I'd love to smash Scotland. It would be fantastic. Imagine like a 5-0 win.
Yeah.
Oh, knee sliding, mate. Knee sliding.
Beautiful.
But I mean, apart from that, we're gonna do a Euro preview next week for our podcast. So we'll save that more in depth there. But we'll just do a quick one now. England, say out the groups. Everyone agrees, yes. Jamie.
Yeah.
Yes.
Top or second? First or second?
I think we'll finish first.
I think we'll finish first.
First, I'll go first as well.
Yeah.
Round of 16, we're getting through that. Even though it's going to be one of France, Germany, or Portugal, probably. Yes.
I'm predicting that we're going to win it. So
yes, right. I just want to see how far everyone's going. France. So would we beat France, Germany, Portugal in round 16? I'm going to go yes, just because I'm deluded.
Yes.
Yes, Jamie.
I think France we could lose. The other two, yes.
Yes. Right. Quarterfinal. I can't remember off the top of my head who that would be against, but because it could really be anyone. Yes.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, boy.
Any team in the quarters and we'll win.
Semis, win.
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah.
Go for it. And then in the final, what are we saying?
We lose the final.
I would cry sad tears. We're gonna win.
I think we lose the final this time and we win the World Cup next year.
Oh, do you know what? No, we're going back to back. We're winning the Euros. We're winning the World Cup. We're winning the Euros after that. We're winning the World Cup after that. I'm super deluded. England is coming home. And that being said, I think that's the perfect place to end. If anyone's got anything to say it now.
We're going to win the Euros.
We're going to win the Euros.
It's coming home.
So I want to thank everyone for watching. Feel free to like, subscribe, comment something, say how deluded we all are. I'm excited. I'll be happy to read them. Share it to your friends. Tell your friends they want to watch the best football podcast in the world. And apart from that, I think that's a perfect place to end off. So yeah, we'll see you all soon, guys.